Good afternoon. It's April the 15th. I'm back. For whatever reason, my Facebook stream's not working, but hopefully everything else is. Well, everything else is just YouTube, really. Yeah, I'm on Twitch, but nobody watches it there. Did you miss me? It's been 2 weeks, I saw when I looked, but we were away. And although I had some hope of doing a walk while we were in Ottawa, I ended up not doing it. My microphone may be a little misplaced as well. The clip for it seems to have broken, so I've got it kind of jury rigged on my computer bag that I'm carrying. And hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me, tell me. As you can see, while we were gone, all the snow melted. It was in the 20s last week, at least one day, and today it's up around 16 or something. Very warm, very pleasant. I've been at the hotel editing. I've had this huge copy editing job for a book that I'm publishing through my Shadow Paw Press called Cupboard Love, Dictionary of Culinary Curiosities. I have finished the rough copy edit. Now I'm letting AI have a look at it because there are a lot of foreign words in it, and Grok is doing a great job of checking that all the foreign words are spelled correctly and also that they have the correct diacritics, the accents and marks like that you get in foreign languages. So this is my final pass, and then it will be get it laid out, send it to the author, Mark Morton, and get it published, hopefully in May. That's the time that it's set for, but I may have to delay it a bit. So this will just be a short walk home. I'm busy otherwise, and I don't want to take too much time, but I do hope to increase my various walks now that the ice is all gone. However, I'll be gone again part of the summer, so maybe a little hit or miss for a while yet. And of course, as I said, there's the whole time thing. If I go to the gym, which I do 3 times a week, I tend not to want to also walk because I've already spent an hour at the gym. I could walk to the gym, and I fully intended to do that yesterday, but I didn't. So anyway, I'll figure it out. I will be here anyway. I haven't gone away permanently. I'm still walking in Regina. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day to be neighbors. Won't you be mine? Kind of doing back alleys here by no particular reason, for no particular reason. So where were we? We were in Ottawa and then in Prince Edward County, which is, it's kind of like an island, but it's really a peninsula. And, oh, we can go through here. And we were doing a bit of a wine tour, which was fun. Not the prettiest time of the year to be there. And in fact, while we were in Ottawa, we had 6 inches of snow. That was just a week ago, today, in fact, which made the drive to Prince Edward County harrowing, shall we say. Somewhat. Anyway, somewhat harrowing. But I live to tell the tale, because I just did. And I would have maybe taken a walk in Ottawa, but it was pouring rain the day that I had to do that, so I didn't. And of course, I did a walk around Parliament just back in October. If you look back, you'll see that walk. This is Lawrence Street we're now crossing. Bicycles are out, so they're a hazard I have to watch out for now. That's an electric bicycle, which is even more hazardous because you can't hear them coming necessarily. Your perception of things changes when you're a pedestrian from when you're a driver, that's for sure. And Regina over there. Later this week, maybe on Friday, I'll try to do a walk around the lake, which I haven't done in far too long. Tomorrow I have to go to Saskatoon, so this will be a one-off for now, but Thursday I'll be back. There's a Sask Books, that's the Saskatchewan Publishing Association's that I belong to, Saskatchewan Publishers Association. Actually, I'm the vice president. We have a board meeting in Saskatoon tomorrow, so it's at 11, so I'll leave here a little after 8. Won't be all that long, a couple of hours, and then back, so it's just an up and down. 5 hours driving, but hey, I get mileage, so I kind of make money on the deal because the mileage is actually probably more than I spend. It's certainly more than I spend on gas. Necessarily wear and tear, I guess. Look at that, it's green grass. It's not actually grass, and it may not be real, but it's green. Is it real grass? That's fake grass. It's AstroTurf. I can see the appeal. Looks great. You don't have to mow it. There's City Hall down there. Across here, because this is a stop sign. Older apartment buildings over there. Apartments for rent in here if you're looking. This used to be a tiny little family-run Chinese restaurant, which I ate at a couple of times. It was quite good food, but now it's something else. Good afternoon from my point of view, but good evening to you. Oh, let's do another alley. At least part of an alley. I had intended to go to our condo where I store out of the Shadowpaw Press books because I need to sort through them in order to be prepared for Pop Expo, the Comic-Con style convention in Saskatoon in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this weekend, I guess. First weekend in May. Yeah, that's right. Not this weekend, or the weekend after that, but the weekend after that. But I was so close to finishing the editing of this Covered Love book that I was talking about that I just decided I'd rather finish that than start doing all the inventorying that I need to do there. Since I can't do it tomorrow, probably Thursday. I have a long delayed doctor's appointment in the morning, nothing serious, and just a little thing to get checked. And then I'll probably go to the condo and do that. I also got interviewed today for a podcast, Douglas Coleman Show. He does both the video and audio version. This was the audio one. So I have no idea if anybody listens to it. I presume somebody does, or I keep doing it. But I had a new episode of my podcast went up on Sunday too, if you look that up. And there'll be another one a week from this Sunday. Actually interviewing quite a high-profile horror writer on Friday, I guess. So that'll be exciting. Be an interesting interview. It should make a great podcast. Hey, we're getting over toward Albert Street here. So we go by the City View Center, mostly doctors in here. Not the one I'm going to, though, although his new office is very close here, so I'll be walking to it on Thursday. So many cars along here. Now I can cross. I have gone to a doctor in there once upon a time, a hearing specialist, had my ears checked. I have tinnitus, which would probably drive anybody that wasn't used to it crazy, but I've had it since I was 20 or something, so the only time I think about it is when I mention it, like I just did. And I think, oh yeah, I have tinnitus. Let's go down this alley. Tinnitus is, of course, ringing in the ears. There can be other noises too, but in my case, it's a high-pitched ringing that's always there. It doesn't bother me because I'm used to it. Mostly, it doesn't bother me. It wasn't why I had my ears checked that time, but that is something I have. Anyway, my hearing was good for my age. I don't know what it is now. I haven't had it checked for, that must have been 10 years ago at least. But I seem to hear all right. I said I seem to hear all right. I don't know if you're hearing me or not, because where the microphone is weird, but whoop, stepped in a hole. No snow till November. Oh, we could easily have snow still. We could have snow in April still. I don't see it in the long-range forecast, but it's not impossible, that's for sure. We can have snow in May. I believe July is the only month in Saskatchewan that they've never recorded snow. And of course, that's just since people have been taking records, which is only 150 years or so. I can remember at least one big Victoria Day weekend snowstorm. That's the weekend when all the campgrounds open. And there was this big snowstorm, so I'm not guaranteeing anything on the snow front. Although if you get snow now, it melts really quick. It's more like a weird sort of rain event than a winter time snow. I could have come down this alley, I guess, but I didn't. Hopefully I hit this pretty good here. I don't have to wait too long to cross. Oh no, it's going to be perfect. I'm quite warm. Only wearing a sweater, but I could easily have done shirt sleeves actually, especially with the exercise. I'll get up here and press the button just to be sure that the light changes for me, even though I would cross anyway. Perfect timing. Oh, couldn't be better. When I was walking downtown, it was just the opposite. I hit this just as it went red and had to wait for the whole light change. North on Albert Street, south on Albert Street. We're walking on College Avenue. We're doing something to this building, all this scaffolding on the side of it, but I'm not sure what. When we get a chance here, I'll have to see what the Facebook problem is and why it wouldn't connect to Facebook for this live stream. Not a huge deal. I'll just post the YouTube link to Facebook, but some people like to watch it live on Facebook. certainly is easier to get around. No ice and snow. These corners were some of the worst. This side of this building often has one of the slipperiest patches of sidewalk. I'm not sure why. It tends to form ice. That's the Unitarian Center. Used to be a Christian Scientist building and is usually used for the Fringe, but Fringe Festival is taking a year off. They claim they'll be back, but not this year. One of our other long-running summer festivals, the Regina Folk Festival, has gone for good. As always, things are expensive, and if you can't sell enough tickets, you can't keep going. You can see that there are campaign signs because we have an election coming up in Canada. I never put up a campaign sign, but I know who I'm voting for, and I'll vote early, actually, to avoid the rush. Nobody's going to change my mind. Yard work happening. This building, this house is still not finished. I haven't seen any sign of anybody working in it. Doesn't mean they aren't. Still a long way to go on the porch, for sure, at least. Yeah, shirt sleeves would have been just fine. Having school over there where our daughter went. Our deck is even melted off, so we can set out our deck furniture again. Start using the deck. I could sit out there and work, if the lighting permitted. It can be hard to see your computer screen outside, but I have done it. Oh. And there's bugs, because that one just about got my eye. Oh, also there are bugs in our house. They've come from somewhere. Harmless little things, but annoying. I think they're sow bugs or sour bugs. SOWER. Which grow in wet, rotting vegetation, of which there's a lot in our backyard because we haven't been able to clean it for a while. Construction work. So I suspect that's where they came from. I can't prove it. I saw quite a few. They all seem to be dead in the basement. They need moisture, so if they get into the house, they soon die from dehydration. But there were quite a few I noticed down there. We noticed a few upstairs, but not currently. So hopefully it was a short-lived eruption of insectoid life. The worst was a few years ago we had wasps that got somewhere into the wall and were getting into the bathroom. That was a nuisance. On the plus side, they say wasps don't build a nest in the same place, so hopefully they'll never come back there. All right, that's it. Thanks for walking with me. Won't be back tomorrow because I'll be in Saskatchewan, but I should be back later in the week. Bye for now.